Hey people, how are we today?
You're starting without me.
This guy's a little slow today, hey? We're filming on a Sunday, so it's casual Sunday for me, professional Sunday for this guy.
Well, it doesn't really matter what we wear.
Well, okay, then I'll wear no shirt next time. How's that?
No shirt next time.
The ladies will like it. Yeah.
But anyways, welcome back, good people, to another podcast. Today we got some interesting topics that we'll be discussing. So
first, I'd like to make a correction. I think these are vlogs, not podcasts.
Really, vlogs?
Well, podcasts you just put on, you listen to, you don't actually watch. You guys like to watch us, so I don't know. Is that still a podcast?
It's still a podcast. It's just that podcast can be anything. It can be watched, or it can be listened to on an app or on a radio.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. Just as long as we get the topic through.
Yeah.
What we're going to be talking about. A vlog is more like, you're going out, you're basically people is just following you around while they watch, see what you're doing throughout the day. That's a vlog, basically.
There we go. Little learning today, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So
what's up, bro?
Not much.
What are we doing?
So what's up with you? You've been busy?
Oh, it's always busy. I don't know about you guys, but for me, 2 kids, a wife, it's always busy. Keeps me on the go.
Keeps you occupied. You're not doing anything crazy. Just as long as you're focused on what you need to do, get things done. But without further ado, what is the topic for today? What do we have?
So today, guys, we're chatting iPhones.
iPhone.
Today. The new iPhone was released a few days ago.
The iPhone 14.
14.
Yes.
Yes. And 4 different variants of it this year. So, I don't know. I'm an Android guy personally. I get the iPhones for my wife, actually. I do like the quality, the build quality of them. Samsung has stepped up their quality in recent years, but I still find the iPhone is just really well built. Very, almost indestructible. I would like to say you put a good case on it and you have it for years. So.
Well, it's the same thing with me. I'm an Android fan. I used to have an iPhone, but I think the last iPhone I've ever owned was an iPhone 4. And that was the last one. Because after that, when I found out that Samsung came out with the Galaxy Note, the Galaxy Note 1, I fell in love with it because it was just so much bigger. Right?
And you get the pen.
And you get the pen, the stylus
I love the pen. I've got a Note 10 myself.
Yeah.
Love it. It's great. So.
I wish I had one, but phones nowadays, these devices, gadgets, and all that stuff is just getting way too expensive. But even with the Z Flips, right, the Samsungs, they're like going for $3,000, $3,000. Like, why?
I would love the Fold 4 that folds this way. I don't like the other fold that's like a clamshell, like the old Motorola Razors. I'm sure that's for a lot of people, actually. I like the compact size, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the Fold 4, I think it's 4 that they're on, it looks slick. I would love to get one of those, but again, the price tag of those are just, it's too much for me that I'm willing to pay for a phone that I can break easier than a lot of other stuff that I lug around. So,
which Android phone is your favorite?
I would have to say the Notes are my favorite. I would like to get the 22 Ultra Note, whatever the newest one that came. I would like to get that mostly for the camera. I take a ton of photos with my phone. That's my primary. I don't even own a regular camera anymore. So it's the phones that I use. And I would really like to get one of those, but those are a little pricey. And honestly, my Note 10 works just fine. It works great.
Yeah.
Pictures are amazing. I have no reason to upgrade. Phone still works well. The battery sucks. I'll tell you that. I don't even get a day out of the battery.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So but now you can replace the batteries, right? In the malls or whatever, replace for $100 or whatever.
Yep.
I have been looking at doing that, but But yeah, so going back to the iPhones, the last one I had was the 4S actually.
The 4S.
The 4S.
Yes.
That was the, in my opinion, that was the last easiest phone to jailbreak.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
I remember those jailbreak times.
I was all into the jailbreaking back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things I do not like about the Apples is they're very contained. Very Apple controls every single aspect of it.
Yes.
Like you can't even have an icon over here and another one over here with a space in between.
Exactly.
It's something simple like that you cannot do with the iPhone. They must all go, so jailbreaking was a way to get around that, but I'd spend hours customizing the iPhone with jailbreaks and whatnot. And so when jailbreak became a lot harder, then that's when I switched over. But I do like the principle of the iPhone. I do like, everything's super secure. They test things out really well.
Yes,
generally.
they do.
Right, it's pretty solid.
The one thing that they kept consistent was the flat screen. With Samsung, they started having curved screens, and I did not like that. I mean, you would like hit the corner, and then something would pop up, But I've always liked the flat screen way better, especially when you're watching a video. You don't get that glare on the top or on the bottom.
Yeah, and it wraps over on the side a little bit.
Like,
I think that's more of a gimmick type deal. They have apps that take advantage of it, but it's on the Note 10. Mine wraps around too, and I don't necessarily care for it. I don't hate it, I guess, but but
you have to get used to it.
Yeah, you kind of get used to it. I don't notice it anymore, so yeah, for me it's okay. But I just, what I wish Apple would, and I'm surprised they haven't already, but they don't have a foldable phone yet.
No.
Can you imagine when Apple does a foldable phone? That thing will be mint. Like Samsung took like the 4th iteration, really.
Oh yeah.
Even the 3 was decent. The Fold 3 was decent build quality, but the 4 now is really good.
It is.
And I'm surprised Apple has not come out with something yet. So I think maybe they're working on it, right?
They are, but you know how Apple is. They're very specific. They're very intricate in their designs and how they're doing it. And of course, like it just looks really, really good when they do it. Yeah.
When they finally come out with something.
When they finally really come out with something like that, like
it's well refined. Generally,
it just looks way better. And of course, Samsung will get jealous and they will make it even more better. So it's basically a competition going back and forth. But the new iPhone 14, I don't know if you've heard, will not have a SIM card tray anymore. It's going to be eSIM.
They got rid of the plug-in port, right? Or no, is that still there? The Lightning port's still there. That's the last thing.
Lightning port's still there.
Next year it's going to be gone. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they took out the headphone jack.
Oh, I hate that.
Well,
even Samsung followed that.
Yes.
Galaxies. It's gone in my Note 10. It's gone. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of headphones that just plug in the old school jack, the old school way. And I was really disappointed when they got rid of it because they just want you to upgrade to a Bluetooth. They want you to buy more stuff, and it's like, well, why? I have headphones.
And the funny thing is too, Samsung was making fun of Apple getting rid of the headphone jack. 2 years later, they did it. It's like, now you want us to buy that stupid dongle? Like why? They're saying. Because there's not enough room. They need room for other things. Oh, there's plenty of room. You just want to make the phone thinner and thinner. Like, how thin do you need the phone to actually be? Because
they're too thin right now.
They're way too thin. Like,
really too thin now. You guys could make them bigger, and I'd be fine with it. I think most people would be fine with it.
Yes.
They're at a point now where it's so thin. It's you're afraid of snapping it in half. I mean, it's just way too thin. When I take my phone out of the case, I still can't believe how small that phone is and how thin it is, and it's not necessary. Most people don't care. You're at a point now where it's thin enough, so I'd rather you beef it up a smidge and put a bigger battery in there, right?
Exactly.
How about that?
Put a bigger battery.
Double 1.5 size the battery in there. Put the headphone jack back in, because I think a lot of people use it even to plug in your cars, right? Older cars don't have my Mazda doesn't have. It's an older car, but it doesn't have Bluetooth. Just old school.
Everything it runs off of the auxiliary, right?
Yep. So I don't know. The iPhone 14 cameras are great, but it's all the same, right?
Everything's the same. There's really
as the last, I don't know, 10
there's really
years.
No difference.
No.
How the last years look like, but now they have the new thing on top of the phone called what is it called? The dynamic island.
Dynamic island, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's new with that? It's just a notification that goes from left to right when Samsung goes up and down.
So
right?
Interesting. So I was watching some videos on that actually myself, and so it's kind of neat what they did. So you can be in an app, surfing the web, YouTube, whatever you want, and then a notification comes. It goes on this island, right? And it acts almost like multitasking now. So you can pause, play video or music while you're in another app. They've done some neat things with it, because that whole punch cutout is not going anywhere anytime soon. So they're trying to have some fun with it, and I give them credit, because Galaxy hasn't done it, Samsung hasn't done it. No one else has really done much with that notch up there.
Yeah.
Apple's the first one to muck around with it, and it's really neat what they've done.
It is.
But and then they got the crash sensor. Somehow they can tell if you get in a car accident. Same with the new watches, actually. So, my wife is wanting an Apple Watch, so I've been looking into it this year, because they've been out long enough that I'm okay to buy her one now. It's polished. There's a lot of thought into it, and this crash detection is kind of neat. I mean, and you can even tell if you've fallen, like you fall down the stairs or something. It knows that.
But then there's 3 Apple Watch, right?
Yeah,
you got
the Ultra. Right,
the Ultra one,
$1,000 one.
that looks really nice. It looks such.
It's big though. I mean,
it's big. It's like a beast.
It's big,
right? Compared to the other 2 smartwatch or Apple Watch. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they definitely throwing out new products there and just trying to suck more money out of us, like every which way they can, right?
Yes.
Getting rid of the headphone jack. That's purely a money suck. So we got to buy wireless earbuds. Yeah. Now, I have since bought wireless earbuds, I have to say. I hated that I had to purchase it, but now that I'm using them and whatever, I really like it. That cord is a pain in the butt, right? If you're trying to watch a movie in bed or something, or when the kids are sleeping, you're trying to be quiet. It's really cool. I do now like them, but the fact I was forced to pay to buy them, right? It did not sit well with me. Should be my opinion, my choice if I want to. Not being forced because I can't use it anymore. And this stupid dongle or whatever, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
And sometimes the dongles don't even work, because I have a dongle, right? For the iPhone that I bought for my wife, and you can literally hear static when you put in a headphone.
You can only bend it so many times too, and
exactly.
that little tiny wire inside there just messes up in the connection. It's too much. Like, give us back the headphone jack, beef the phone up a little bit to put a bigger, thicker battery in there, and make everyone happy. I mean, really, that's what they should be doing. So
exactly.
Anyways, that's my thought on it, really. So, but what do you think will be the next iteration of phone? Next big new form factor for the phone. What's your thoughts? Right?
Well, I have a feeling
I'm putting them on the spot here.
Well, I have a feeling
we haven't scripted this. So.
Well, for me, I have a feeling that Apple will come out with a flip phone, and it's going to be a shock for everyone.
Yeah. So an Apple flip phone would be awesome.
It would be.
That would be. Yeah. That would be great. They need to catch up. Maybe they're working on it behind the scenes.
Yes.
We'll never know. They're really tight-lipped. They're really good at keeping secrets, right?
But other than that, I mean,
well, I'll tell you
guys. Their iPhones and all of their devices. I mean, they're basically just the same. It's just that they just did a little change here and there, components.
They tweak it, make it faster.
They tweak it.
Cameras are better.
Now it's running on M1 chip. But other than that, whenever I look at the iPhone, it just still looks the same. It's just that now the newer iPhones, they brought back the actual look from like the iPhone 5, right? The flat out corners. It's not rounded anymore.
Yeah, it's more square, like
square,
a box,
just
right?
like
and I like that. Yeah. I like that.
I do too.
It's a better feel in the hand, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have a case, it's a much better feel in the hand.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
I just don't understand why people don't put cases on their phones, because they always drop it. And and phones like those that's made out of glass and metal, right? They do slip off your hand, especially when you take it out of your pocket. People drop it. Corners are dented, screens all smashed in and cracked.
That's the first thing I do when I get a phone. I get a case.
I get a case. Always get a case.
I'll wait if I gotta order a case because I want a specific type of case.
Yes.
I'll wait until it comes in before I use that new phone, because with my luck I will drop it and it will.
Oh yeah, I've dropped my my phone several times, and it's good that I have a case.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for cases out there, you need a mouse case. Those are the all-time best, hands down case you can get for the phones. They're pricey, right? They're $100 or so for a case, but you're spending $1,200 on a phone. $100 for a case is nothing. In this case, I mean, you can literally throw your phone up in the air.
I mean, there's a like a good hand of people out there that doesn't want a case. They like the look of the phone and stuff, but then that's the problem, right? You drop it.
Well, maybe they got more money than we do. They can afford to buy another.
Well, the thing is, whether they care for their device or they don't. Personally, I care for my device, so I put a case on it.
Yeah, so I do too. I'm the same.
Because I don't have that extra money if something happens to my phone and I gotta get a new phone. Like, nah.
They do have like a warranty now. You can buy for like $10-15 a month from your carrier, and
that's true.
Replaces your phone if you damage it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I never buy that kind of stuff. So just don't.
Neither
break my
do
phone.
I. Yeah,
just don't break
neither
the phone.
do I. I'd rather just spend that $15-20 on a case. That's strong and it's rugged and protects your phone. Yeah, those OtterBox.
OtterBoxes, those are good.
Really good.
I like those. Yeah. So I'll tell you what I think the next kind of phone that's coming out. And Samsung had hinted at this years back.
Yeah.
And that is a phone that you can actually grab and pull, and you get like a screen.
Like a screen.
Right? It's like a flexible screen display, and makes it a lot larger. I think that's going to be the next thing that they come out with, or at least Samsung does.
Then it's going to look like a scroll.
It'll look like a scroll,
It won't even look like a phone anymore. No. It's just a scroll.
Right? That'll be cool, because then, it's a regular phone size, and then you grab both sides of it and pull it apart, and you get like this massive screen in front of you, right? So I think that's the next one. I don't know. You guys tell us, what do you think is the next form factor in the phones that are going to come out there? What do you guys think? I would like to know.
Yeah.
What do you guys
We'd
think?
like to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that, well, what else do we got? Any other new topic? But I don't know if a lot of you have heard that the Queen had passed away.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet a lot of you have heard that. I think almost the whole world knows now.
The whole world knows.
It's crazy. She was on the throne for 70 years.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing. It's like her whole life. She was like early 20s, I think, when she ascended.
Yeah.
And it's been on there for 70 years. That's nuts.
That's dedication, man.
Yeah, forced dedication, I'd say. But yeah, I mean that's awesome, and everyone loved her. I mean, she was well loved queen. So now we've got King Charles, right? Yeah, he's next in line.
But then again, for me, is like,
is it going to change your life? No, I mean,
honestly,
were you sad when you found out?
Well, no, not really. It's just more of a concern, like, oh, what's going to happen now? Is everything still going to be the same? But then you reminded me that she was just the head of the state, more like a figure.
Yeah,
she can't really make decisions because we're actually separated. Canada's actually separated.
We're independent.
We're independent.
Yeah, so I don't believe a lot will change for us.
Yeah.
Personally, being in Canada. You guys will tell us if we're wrong, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't think it'll change a lot here. We might get new faces on our money, pretty much.
Yes.
With him on there.
That's what I was gonna mention too. Like I think the faces on the money will change, but then again, like Prince Charles is in his 70s already. Like we don't even know how long he's gonna last. You might as well just pass the throne down to the younger generation, which is William or Harry, right?
Well, I think Harry, he stepped away from his duties. I don't know if Harry's admissible now, if he can even, but Prince William, I think, is he next after
Charles? He Prince Charles already mentioned or announced that Prince William will be the next if he passes.
Okay.
So,
well, more of a when than an if, right? And he's a man, right? So let's face it, women live longer than men generally. So he's got 15 years tops before he's on the other side.
Exactly.
So I think, kind of like what we're always saying, they should put William there now and just start training him.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And that way he can get trained by, an elder who knows the history, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully make him
because now I mean I'm seeing people making memes of Charles saying that he finally got a job.
Yeah,
because like
I saw that this morning.
I have to agree to that because it's like a real job now, because now he's taking over as king after the queen.
He's not just sitting on deck anymore.
Yeah, he's not just
right?
It's not just shadowing anymore. He's actually going to be hands-on now. Instead of doing that, because he's in his 70s now, you might as well just give it to the next one, which is William.
Yeah, so. And then start training him, chaperoning him, and getting him ready, grooming him for it, because that's going to happen sooner versus later.
Yes.
Just by the way of his age, right? So. And I don't know how much influence they have in Britain anymore anyways. I was reading something that there is a special court in Britain that could actually dethrone the monarch if they attempted to do something that was like grave against the people or something. There is actually a mechanism within their democracy to dethrone them. So I don't know if they even have a lot to do with British laws and stuff anymore. I think they're more or less of a figurehead over there.
Yeah.
They do a lot of things for sure, but I just don't know if they have it. Can he make a decision that no one else agrees with and they have to follow? Can he do that?
I don't know. See, because it seems like the government is the one who makes these decisions, not the king or the queen. Because when something happens, who's the one that's in control? It's the government. I've never seen the queen or even the king step up and says like, oh, Canada needs to do this or Canada needs to do that, or Britain needs to do this or that. Like,
even when they make new laws over there, and I've heard, I think over here too.
Yeah.
The monarch still has to rubber stamp them is sign off on them, basically, right? But
Yeah.
It means it's really meaningless by the time it gets to that point. It's already law, basically, because it's gone through all the houses and everyone's agreed and signed off on it. So they're the last signature before it officially becomes a law. But for all intents and purposes, before that stage, it's already a done deal. So I don't know anymore how relevant they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. And like, we're average guys, right? Like average people. So if we're kind of in this boat where, you know, it doesn't matter to us necessarily one way or the other, I think there's a lot of people that are in that boat. You know, it's sad when someone dies, right? But does it affect their life? Does it change how stuff is done here in Canada? Not really. I don't think so. Instead of saying Her Majesty's Court, right?
Yeah.
When they do court and stuff, and even in Canada, right? Then now it'll be what is it? His King's Court.
His King's Court.
His Kingship or something like that. I mean, it's just going to change some verbiage, right? But other than that, I don't think it's going to change much at all.
Nah.
Really. So. But I don't know. So that's that, guys. That's
that. Just let us know. You know, if,
let us know what you think
about, you know, the new king. That'll be.
You guys excited for it, or are you
Yeah.
worried about it? Is there something that?
Yeah.
You know, because there's been conspiracy theories out there that people are worried about. You know, what he might do or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. We always enjoy reading that stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed this podcast,
just casual edition, casual Sunday podcast
conversation, you know,
let us know.
Just let us know. But other than that, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Until next time, we'll see you again. Peace again.
That's my sound.